Okay, this model kit review is of the F-22 Raptor, and it is by Revell, and it's got some nice box art, some pictures of the finished model there. And this is a 1/72nd scale, and over here we have another picture there of the model, some details about the plane, and some of the colors used there. Let's have a look inside. So we have some sprues here. Here's our glass canopy. Now what's interesting about this glass is it actually is tinted. It's not completely clear. And that's because it is radar resistant, the real plane is, but that's actually quite nice, which means you don't need to tint it. That is very nice, and there's the head-up display over there. Let's have a look over here. So here we have, this is the bottom part of fuselage and wings. Molding quality is reasonable. We've got some recessed panel lines here. We've got our landing gear and bomb bay doors. Nose wheel well. These are the bomb bay doors there. With some detail there, you can see though the little ejector pin markings there. Over here we have the side panel and our wheel well doors there. Here we have the top of the plane, also with recessed panel lines. There's our cockpit. Doesn't look like a huge amount of detail there. We'll see if they add anything. There's our instrument panel. Some other cockpit parts there. And over here we have our ejector seat, which has got some detail there. These two sprues here, lots of little parts there. And here we have our fuel tanks and missile systems. We have some mold lines on there. You can just see that little outline there. That'll need to be all sanded down. We have some bombs and other missiles here. Here are the rails that they go onto. Also rails, that way they are hidden inside. But when they come out, they end up looking like this. Here we have, this must be for our air intakes. And then these are our, must be for the sides, where the missiles go into. We'll have to look and see if that is correct or not. And the last sprue here, this is our main bomb bay. Here we have our tail. We've got our wheels and tires. Here's our landing gear, front nose wheel. We've got some flashing here. And then nose wheel gear. Here's our turbo fans, and looks like probably part of our exhaust system here, which is to hide the signature heat exhausts. And then our tails. We have our decals. Look at those decals. They're very nicely printed. We've got lots and lots of little details here, as you can see. And then lots of different number options, depending on which one you want to make. Let's have a look at our instructions. So here's some details about the plane. Those are the colors needed. Start off with the ejection seat and cockpit. There's really not a huge amount of detail there. We have our turbine engines. We've got the cockpit inside the fuselage, and start to build our gear and the bomb bay doors, the bomb bay. And we put all that inside the lower portion of the fuselage. And next to put the side panels in for the weapon systems and in our air ducts. We then mount the body together. And our tail goes on. And we have our exhausts there, either open or closed. I like to be able to show the details, so I usually have mine open. And then our wheels go in with the landing gear. There's closed panels and open panels. I like that they include the little actuators. Add some extra detail. And that's to make them open. Now we're starting with the, I guess it's going to be the tail hook there, open or closed. We're going to have it open. And here are our weapon systems. And those are the bay doors, open or closed. And there's different weapon systems. You can have them up, down, or any kind of combination with that, with all those weapons or bombs. There's different options there. And then it shows you how to put them as open or closed. And then fuel tanks on the side. Some extra little accessories in the front with the pitot tubes. Now we put our canopy together. And you can have that open or closed. Here are the decals, and this is the paint guide here. Lots and lots of little details there. And then some other options here with different numbers depending on who the pilot was and where they were based. So all in all, reasonable amount of detail. The decals are really good quality. Should be a great model to build.